Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to part 2 of our presentation on how to apply for the AGSMEIS loan using the National Microfinance Bank Business Plan template. Okay, today I will be presenting on how to prepare the financial template, how to prepare the AGSMEIS loan financial template. So I would like you to be attentive, take good notes, and also ensure that if you have any challenge, always feel free to reach out to me. How to prepare the AGSMEIS loan financial template. As I said in the previous session, when we browse through the whole table of contents for the AGSMEIS loan business plan application. So the financial template is unique on its own. So I will take you through how to prepare that financial template. So the next thing that you should do is that after you must have done your research, you have gathered all the necessary details, the cost information that are required. So the next is for you to now start imputing the figures into the template. Also, okay, my name is Matthew Philip. I will be taking you through the process of applying for the AGSMEIS loan using this financial template. The first thing for you to do, in the previous presentation, we have covered how to fill all this information in the table of content for the business plan. So the only outstanding part that we are going to treat now is the financial plan. So you click on the financial plan, okay? Click on the financial plan and the financial model is going to open. Then you click on download financial template. So once you click on download financial template, an Excel sheet is going to auto download itself. An Excel sheet is going to auto download itself. So let me check the internet and get back. So an Excel sheet is going to auto download itself. Okay, so this is what the Excel sheet looks like. This is what the Excel sheet looks like, and it contains different kind of this template contains different kind of sheets. Okay, let me take you through that. It starts from instruction to assumptions, income statement, balance sheet, cash flow, summary, then glossary. But as an applicant, as a participant in this program, you are only to work on only 2 sheets. Only 2 of all these sheets is what you should attempt, is what you should work with. That's the instruction and the assumptions. Every other sheet, like the income statement, balance sheet, cash flow, summary, glossary, they will auto generate themselves once you have provided the right information on the assumptions. So you start from the instruction. Here, you are going to input your full name as it appeared on your BVN. The next is your company name. I emphasized in my previous presentation that you need to get a registered business before you can apply for this loan. Then your training ID. After your EDI training, your training institution is going to generate certificate code and ID for you. So you are going to input the training code here. Then you now move to the assumption. This is where you have to fill every aspect of these assumptions. Once you have filled it, then you have completed your financial template. It's as easy as it looks, not as complicated as you think. All right, so I will be preparing a financial template for a palm oil processing business. A financial template for a palm oil processing business. So you should also use this example to prepare your own financial template using your own business idea. So the company is Nigeria, the currency is Naira, and also the product and services. This person will be producing red palm oil, he will be producing palm kernel oil, palm kernel oil and palm kernel cake. Okay, we'll be doing PKO, yes, PKO, that's a right acronym, yes. Then it will also be doing PKC, which is palm kernel cake. So 3 products the person will be producing: palm kernel oil, red palm oil, and palm kernel cake. These rates, if you are not familiar with appropriating rates, you can leave it the way it is. For a year, the company tax rate is 5% according to what the templates as it was downloaded. So it depends on your tax rate. Okay. Now the applicable tax now is that you are supposed to provide the tax rate. Is it 20%, 30%, 15%? How much will be? What percentage of your revenue will you be paying as tax? So you can provide the information here. Okay, let's just example. Let's say 10%. Bank interest rate is 9%. Then inflation rate is roughly about 13%. Depreciation rate, let's use 10% for depreciation. You have commenced the preparation of the financial template too. So depreciation for building, let's say 10%. That's if you are going to be building. For furniture and fitting, okay, let's leave it at that 15%. For company, for vehicle and equipment, let's leave it at 10%. Yes, let's leave it at 10%. Then vehicles, let's leave it at 10%. Installations, okay, let's leave at 10%. Then you proceed. You can see that the information is already appearing here now. Red palm oil, palm kernel oil, and palm kernel cake. Now take note of this. You are not to tamper with the shaded portion. If you see any shaded portion, don't tamper with it like all the shaded portion. Don't tamper with it. It's been programmed, it's been formularized. So only work with the unshaded portion. So yeah, you are supposed to project your growth rate, your annual growth rate. As a business enterprise, it is almost on you to ensure that your business grows periodically. Now, what growth rates are you envisaging? If you are able to access this fund and use it effectively in your business, what kind of growth rate are you going to have? Are you going to experience? For example, if you are currently making 500,000 or 2 million per annum, what growth rates will your business experience if you put this loan into utilization? Is it 10%? So if you are a new business, okay, now we want to do for a new, if you are a startup, let all this place should be 0. Okay? As a startup business, this is your base information. Okay? So since you don't have the base information for your year 1, everything here should be 0. For the 3 products, we are about to forecast our revenue. As you are providing the figures, it is automatically reflecting in your income statement, your balance sheet, your cash flow is also forming themselves based on the information that you are providing. So for a startup business, you can use 0 as your baseline. For an existing business, ask yourself, what percentage growth rate will my business experience? Is the loan going to help to double my sales? That will be 100%. Or will I experience 50% growth in revenue, or 10% or 5%? So you decide. But for a new business, let it be 0. Then for subsequent growth rate, I always advise that, okay, for price, you can decide to increase your price per year by 10%, or you leave it constant, depending on what you want. Okay, let's assume that we are leaving the price rate constant, that we are not increasing our price throughout the first 3 or 4 years. So this is just an assumption, which might not be realistic. You know, there's tendency that price might increase or it might be reduced. So let's leave it this way. Then for your sales revenue, let's project that our sales will increase 30% per annum. Let's say 30% per annum. All this is already forming your financial, your income statement. You just take your time. Once if you can get this right, then you are going to present a quality application. Okay, a lot of people always get this wrong. By the time they submit the application, you see them having a negative NPV, and their project will not be viable, and their loan application will be rejected. Mind you, this is just an assumption. You can decide to increase your price by 10%, by 5%, by 20%, or by inflation rate. So, having done that for your revenue, you have already, okay, now that was for palm oil, that was for red palm oil. So you can also do same for the palm kernel oil. So each of the products we are projecting to experience 30% growth rate of 30% per annum year on year. Okay, and we are projecting that our price will remain constant. We are using this constant price as our projection. And one thing with palm oil is that the nature of the business is that the business is seasonal. There are some seasons that the price falls, and some seasons that the price spike. There's a spike in the price, so it's good to use an average price for your projections per annum. So now we are done with our revenue projections, the rate of growth in our revenue, both the price and the quantity. Okay, the volume. Right, so now let's take a look at our costs. We have said that income will increase by 30%. Now, direct costs are those costs that increase. That is something as a variable cost. I made mention of this in my previous presentation. Is the cost that increases alongside your revenue, alongside the output, alongside your production volume. So since we are going to have been experiencing 30% increase in sales, let's also maintain the same percent increase in direct costs. That's 30%. But for year 0, I told you that since it's a new business, let's make everything to be 0 in year 1. Okay, that's your baseline information. then we are also projecting to have 30% increase in direct costs. Now, your fixed costs are those costs that does not vary with your output, okay? And there are some costs that might, as your business grows, you might need to increase your number of staff or increase salary. Your landlord might decide to increase your rent, or like now they've increased utility bill, PHCN have increased their electricity bill. You might need to spend more money on marketing and advertisement. So you have to take note of this, that you don't need to present a constant fixed cost for the whole of the projected period. So all you need to do is to just, okay, for your salary, you can decide that your salary will be fixed for the first 3 years or for the first 2 years. So you increase your salary by 5% every 2 years. Every 2 years, you increase your salary by 5%. Then subsequently, you can later have a continuous stable increase. But that first 5 years is key in your projections. Then for rent, you can decide that the first 2 years, no increments. Then subsequently, rent can decide to increase by 2%. It depends on your landlord, whether he's a friendly man or an unfriendly person. So then utilities, you can decide to increase utility by 2%. See, this figure I'm using, they are not cast in stone. You can use your own projection, but ensure that at last you are presenting a viable application. Okay. So licensing is a one-off thing. So no increase. Okay, you are making progress. So having done this, then you have been able to forecast the growth rate in your income, growth rate in your direct cost, growth rate in your fixed cost. Then you proceed. As I said earlier, the shaded portion is not to be tampered with. Participants always have challenge in this segment. This is where you identify the total number of money, the total amount that you need as loan. This is where you will identify the total amount that you need as loan. This is where you identify the total amount that you need as loan. So you start from here. Okay, let me go to the information that I have gathered so far. Let's see what this person wants to use the money for. Okay, the person is going to be buying capital equipment. You buy bunch separator, sterilizer, palm digester, press, palm oil press, palm kernel cracker, then and so forth. So he's spending. He has a factory already. So he's spending 6,350,000 naira for capital equipment, 6,350. He's spending 6,350,000 naira for capital equipment. So let me input that. Okay. Now these were the baseline information that I've gathered. As I told you, you have to do your research. You have to always do your research to avoid having any issue. Okay. So from my research here, this is what this person is projecting for his capital equipment. So what we'll be doing here is that we will just bring this 6.350 6,350,000 is what is using here. So furniture and fitting capital equipment 6,350. Okay, very cool. Okay, so then the next is what? Let me see what is using for working capital. For working capital, it needs the total sum. The working capital will be for purchase of business for palm fruits, purchase of empty 25 liters gallon, packaging sack, direct labor, inbound transport. So it needs 1,923,900. 1,923,900. So that's for working capital. So you come here, this is your working capital. 1,923,900. Let me confirm that I am on the right track. 1,923,900. Okay. 6,350. 1,923,900. Okay. Okay, so that is the amount of loan we're requesting for working capital. Okay, what else do we have here? Okay, now that amount was for raw material and direct cost. So we are going to add 400,000 to this. 400,000 for his operating expenses. You can edit here. Okay, put operating expenses. Operating expenses. So it needs 400,000. So now this operating expenses will be for 1 month. Let me confirm the number of months that he wants. Okay, that's for. Total loan required. Total loan required. Capital equipment. Okay, 6,350. Okay, let's use this information. It needs 10 million. For capital equipment, we are taking 6,350. For variable cost is the same thing as your direct cost, which is that's 1,923,900. We are taking this. Now for fixed cost, that fixed cost, it needs it for, it's 400,000 per month is what he said he wants to spend for salary, rent, communication, transportation, fueling, and all insurance, all the fixed costs per month is 400,000. So it's asking for 3 months fixed cost. So that is 1.2 million. That's everything. That's 1.2 million. So operating expenses is 1,200,000. Okay, so then it needs the sum of, for installation of equipment and machine, it needs 526,100. 526,100. Installation. So you can come here, you can edit this page except for the shaded portion. So you say installation of equipment. How much is there? That's 526,100. 526, 100. As you can see, the total loan required is 10 million. It is very, very vital that you should ensure that the amount of loan, you should always ensure that you do your research, you get the data, you get the information. You can see what I did. I've already gotten all the information, do my calculation, do my projection before transferring it. Some participants will just, immediately after the training, they just rush, they download the template and start inputting figures, and they say they need 10 million. By the time they go to interview, they can't defend, and that's what leads to disqualification of some applicants. So after you realize the amount of loan that you need, you proceed. Okay, so here is your HR. This is your management plan. Here you're supposed to provide information about your staffing, your team. Okay, senior manager, let's say the CEO of the company. Let's see what the salary amount that's paid for salary per month for operating expenses. Income statement, monthly, fixed cost. Okay, salary per month is 250. Salary alone is 250,000 naira. Staff salary. Okay, let's say he has five staff. Okay, he's paying them 50K per month. Okay, so let's just, so all you need to do, if as the CEO, let's say the CEO is receiving 100K. So here now, baseline annual salary. The CEO salary is 100,000 naira. Okay, that's 100,000 naira per month times 12. That's 1,200,000. Okay, it is annual salary. Then, so then you now have three staff who are on full time. Three staff. Let's say they are the factory workers. Let's just put, you can change here too. Factory workers. So for your factory workers, he has three of them, and he's paying each of them 50,000 naira per month. Okay, he's paying each of them 50,000 naira per month. How many are they? They are three. So come here, put three. Let's say the first 2 years, three. Then after which you now increase to 5. This is just assumption. After which you increase to 8. After which you increase to 10. So those are the number of factory workers. Okay. Now, please take note of this. This is if he asks manager. Okay. This portion is for manager. Since he's not having any manager, so there's no manager out of the factory worker, there's no factory manager. Don't do everything here as 0. But if you have factory manager, how many are they? If it is 1, just use only 1. Okay. I can proceed. Okay. Then for other factory workers, okay, those are the associates. How many are they? We said 3 in the first 2 years. Then we increase to 5. Then we increase to 8. As your business increases, your number of staff will also increase because of capacity. Increase to 10. This is what we are forecasting for this person. Okay, so having done this, the next question is that how much are you paying each of them per month? Our projection is, please take note of this. You know, manager, you put 0, so their own fare here is 0. Okay. For the second line, we have 3 factory workers here. So come here, associate. Okay. Salary is 50,000 per month, right? 3 of them, that's 150 per month. Then times 12, because we are to present annual salary for all the staff. That's 150,000 naira times 12. That's going to give us 1.8 million. So put 1,800. So you can see that I said it earlier. Don't tamper with the shaded portion. It will auto generate itself. Okay. So we proceed. The next is we come to part E, operating cost. Now this is where you provide your baseline information. Okay, your annual baseline information. Fill the following data with your business. Note, some businesses allot this tax to the sales personnel and so forth. Now, take a look at this. Your raw material. How much do we say we are going to spend per month for raw material? Let me come to my research, the information I've gathered and data, and see how much we say we'll be spending for raw material per annum. Okay, for monthly variable cost, 1,923,900 per month. Okay, let's see what is required of us here. Okay, we have raw material, we have direct labor and inbound transport. Okay, so all we need to do is to come here, pick raw material. Here we have 1.2. 1,200. Then we have 288,000. What else compares about? Okay, 21,600. What else? Okay. So on a monthly is 1.509. Then all we need to do is to multiply it by 12. So 18 million is what we'll be spending per annum for raw material. 18 million, 115,200. Have you seen why it's good to do your research, do your sketch before you start filling this template? Direct labor. How much do we project for direct labor? Direct labor is 306,300 per month. So by the time you multiply that by 12, 306, 300 times 12, that's going to give us 3,706,775. Direct labor for the whole year is 3 million. Please, if you don't have staff that are working for you according to that you are paying according to number of outputs, those are your permanent staff. But your direct labor are those staff, your casual staff, those ones that when you have job, you call them, they come and do the job, you pay them per day or per week or per number of units of output. Those are your direct labor. They also known as your wages. You can see this man, he has only 3 full-time staff, but the rest are casual staff. So this is the amount is spending for direct labor in a year. So what else do we have? Yeah, we have inbound transport, 108,000 per month. So 108,000 times 12, that's going to give us 1.296. I need to be fast. 1296 for it. So we don't have expenses forecasted here. So 1296,000. So we are done with our direct cost. Then you come to fixed cost. Go back to the list. For on our fixed cost, the first year salary have been taken care of. You can see based on the initial projection that we have done. So the next year is rent. Do we have anything as rent here? He has a factory, so rent will not be part except it's renting a depot. Okay, salary, fueling, utility, insurance, so no rent, so 0. The next is utilities. How much is he spending per month for utilities? 10,000. 10,000 naira times 12, that's 120,000 naira. Marketing and advertisement. How much is he spending for marketing and advert? 20,000. 20,000 times 12, that's 240,000 naira. Don't forget, this is annual projection. And now we're supposed to. Then the next is administrative. Do we have administrative expenses here? Let's see. Okay, no admin expense. So 0. Okay, maintenance. Do we have any projected expense from maintenance? Okay, we have 10,000. That's in a year. That's going to amount to 120,000 naira. Okay, after that we have insurance. Was there any forecasted figure for insurance? Yes, 30,000. So that's going to amount to 360,000 naira per annum. Okay, after that we have transportation. Transportation. Do we budget for transportation? Yes, 40,000 naira per annum. That's going to amount to 480,000 naira per annum. So it's spending 40,000 naira per month. That's going to amount to 480,000 naira per annum. Now, this is a new business. This person is forecasting that once it gets the loan, these are the expenses that it's going to incur. Do we have licensing and subscription? Okay. Now, it's saying that is going to spend 500,000 naira for NAFDAC. And don't forget, NAFDAC is one-off. So I will come here and put 500,000 naira. So what we now need to do here is this. Take note of this. Based on the way this template was prepared, okay, it means that he will be spending 500,000 naira per annum on this. But what I will have advised this person is that if NAFDAC should have been included in, it should have factored in NAFDAC here when you in your loan. It should make up your pre-operating expenses. That's the expenses you incur before you start the business. Okay. So because of the way the template was programmed, okay, so NAFDAC should have been factored in one of these expenses. Since it is not editable. If not, professionally, what we could have done could have been year NAFDAC comes in year 1, then subsequent year should be 0. But the way the template is programmed, that is not doable. Okay, so I am going to remove NAFDAC here. Okay, I will be silent about it. But in reality, Because if you put it here and you are spending that 500 and it's reflecting, it's going to have a negative effect. It's going to have a gross impact on your income statement. You see, it's going to have a gross impact on your income statement, and it's also going to have a gross impact on your cash flow. You are going to have a negative cash flow. So let's take that one out. Okay. All right. So come back to assumptions. So we move to, so now this is where you now project your revenue. Your red palm oil, how many volume is it going to be producing? Are you going to be producing per month if you are able to get the loan? Monthly volume. Let me see what we have here. Okay, fantastic. Red palm oil, it will be selling 4,800 liters at the rate of 500 naira per liter per month. Okay, 4,800 liters. So you come here, this is 4,800. I need to confirm whether what we have here is monthly. Okay, base monthly. Fantastic. 4,800 liters. Okay, at the rate of 500 naira per liter. Fantastic. Then the next is what? You can see these are auto generate themselves. The next percentage of sales revenue realized. If you are saying you are going to be producing this, can you sell all per month? It's saying yes, 100%. Fantastic. So we are making progress. So we move to the next item, palm kernel oil. Palm kernel oil, it will be selling 2,400 liters per month at the rate of 1,500 naira per liter. 2,400 at the rate of 1,500 per liter. Okay, so and it's also getting 100% per month. Okay, you are making progress. The next is palm kernel cake. For palm kernel cake, 3,600 kg per month, 35 naira per kg. 3,600 kg at 35 naira. At 35 naira. Okay, that's good. Okay. Receivable days. Now, your debtors, when you sell to your customers, how long does it take them to pay you? This person not selling on credit, saying 1. Now, the people that you buy raw material from, do they give you time to pay back? You can put the number of days here. Now, your inventory of raw material, inventory stock, how long are you going to be stocking them? It's saying 30 days. So proceed. Now, this is your financing. You need you are requesting for 10 million naira. Now, the question here is that what proportion of that 10 million naira makes up grants, equity, and debt? This person is saying that the whole 10 million naira he needs is from Nasa Microfinance, but from the AGSMEIS loan. So you proceed. We are almost done. We are really progressing. Okay. The next year is this loan tenure. Okay. The year loan will be borrowed. We want this loan this year, 2020. Okay, because that business must start. So you are supposed to pick year. Year your loan will be borrowed is in year 1. That's this year, first year, this year 1. Okay. Then repayment period, yes, we want it for the loan can be paid back within 7 years. Okay. So loan end in 8 years. No, since they are going to give you at least 1 year moratorium. Okay, so you use 6 years here, so that within 7 years you finish paying back the loan. You don't have business here, you don't have business here, except you are expecting other facilities in year 2, you are introducing other facilities in year 3. Okay. So then all you need to do here is you don't need to touch this shaded portion. As it is, we are done with our financial template preparation. So what you need to do now is to ask yourself, what is the outcome of my projection? Is it feasible? Is it realistic? Is it viable? How do you know? Come to your income statement. Now, from what you have done so far, this person is going to be generating 73 million naira in 1 year, and direct cost is 23 million. Okay, you can see this 30 up here. So gross profit is 50 million 425. Then after incurring operating expenses, at the end, it's saying that you will be making 36 million in year 1, and the projection increases based on the figure that you have provided. So then you come to the balance sheet. You see the balance sheet. Does it balance? Your total asset 49,325 million. Your total liability 49. So it balances. Fantastic. Then if you do a projection and you have a negative cash flow, you have to go and adjust your sales. Either increase your sales or you reduce your cost, or both. So let's look at our cash flow, whether it is deficit or not. See, the cash flow is not negative. The cash flow balance at the end of each year is positive. It's a fantastic projection. Then the summary. Now take a look at the summary of your presentation. You can see how the profit is rising per year. The cash flows, also liquidity and profitability, they are good projection. So having done this, that means you have finished preparing your financial template. The next thing for you to do is to come back to your dashboard. Come back to your dashboard. So once you come back to your dashboard, click on choose file. Okay, then choose any of choose your financial template. You must have saved it in your name and your business name. Then you attach it. Once you attach it, you can see it will show here. Once you click on submit financial model, it will automatically upload. Once you have done that and you have already filled all these other segments, then you come and click submit loan application. Then you have successfully submitted your loan application. The next is for you to wait to be invited for interview. Then after interview, you receive your offer letter and you get the loan. For the past few weeks, I've been receiving calls from participants. Some got 10 million, 8 million, 7 million, 4 million, 3 million approval. And I'm very, very happy because this is going to help them to scale their business. So just like they have gotten approval, I'm also believing God that you also will be able to submit quality application and you are going to also get your offer letter and you get the loan to grow your business. Thank you once again for your time, for your kind attention. God bless you.